Is this Paarthurnax? Did the Greybeards really try and bamboozle me? Is this a joke? What's... Alright, I'm either about to be eaten and incinerated, or have the weirdest conversation of my life.
Dremyolok, greetings, Wundernik. I am Paarthurnax.
Yep,
Who
this...
are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
Okay. Right, not gonna lie. Wasn't expecting you to be a dragon. The Greybeard sort of left that out.
I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
Right, yeah, sorry, I need to learn Dragon Rend. It's a shout. And apparently you can teach me, please?
Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove.
Okay. Secret handshake or something?
By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my thum.
Yeah, that'll be you.
Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin.
Wait, are you gonna shout at me? No, away, okay.
Another mug of me, chug another mug of me till you fall down. Miracle of a song, that.
There's a time and a place.
Why do you intrude here if not for Tinvak?
Tinvak? Who the... I don't know Tinvak. Right, let's give it a shout, shall we? Okay, let's do a bit of unrelenting force.
The Rotmulag waits.
Was that good? Oh, you want me to actually... Sorry, I thought like we each show that we can shout and...
The word calls you.
Yes,
Go to it.
I'm going.
A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove do.
Oh.
Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as Khajiit, but as Dova.
Right. I could do with the other shout, but I guess breathing fire is fine. You want me to breathe on you?
Do not be afraid. Fasnu, let me feel the power of your thum.
Okay. Oh, you're right.
Ah, yes. Sosedo Vrostmul.
Oh, you like that.
The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw, mortal. Even for one of Dovasos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
Yeah, just that other shout, really. Please?
Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
Yeah. You want Alduin dead as well, right? Please? So, is this rude to say? Do you just know it or not? I could ask, how did you know that I came here? But it's just prophecy, I guess. There's a whole lot of prophecy going on. Look, not to be rude, do you know the shout or not?
Croces, sorrowfully no.
Oh.
It cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. Am I gonna have to run down this mountain? Look, how can I learn it?
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I like this world, I don't want it to end. I mean... It's not entirely true. I need to stop Alduin.
Yes, Alduin, Zembach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with firstborn.
It's a bit judgmental.
But why? Why must you stop Alduin?
Now that is a good question. In all honesty, it says that a prophecy says only I can do it, so I feel like I should, you know. The world's got its problems, but yeah... You know...
True, but Kostid, prophecy, tells what may be, not what should be. Kostid Salo Ak. Just because you can do a thing does not always mean you should. Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of Dez, of fate?
Hey, look, I don't know who Dez is, but Dez ain't playing with me. I don't believe in destiny. I kinda wanna say that, but old me would have said that. But I kinda do believe it now after everything I've seen. 'Cause I mean, I'm just a little old Khajiit and I've done a lot. And I don't know, but it was all my choice. I've chosen to do everything. Even though a wall... Oh god, this is getting philosophical now. You know what? I don't believe in destiny. I'm doing this because I feel at this point I should...
You have not answered my question. Why do you need to learn this Thum?
Sorry, I was just thinking. I didn't mean to offend. Okay, I'm really sorry. I will answer it now. Sorry.
You have not answered my question. Why do you need to learn this Thum?
Okay. Fine. I like the world. Don't want it to end. Simple as.
Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all.
It's a new feeling. Gotta admit.
Some would say that all things must end so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lean Vokeen. Would you stop the next world from being born?
Well, yeah, the next world can deal with itself. I'm gonna focus on... I'm not gonna think of some other world that may or may not exist.
Paz, a fair answer.
Alright, he's reasonable.
Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name throat of the world?
I mean, you're not really gonna fit in Whiterun. Not gonna lie. Like, no, but so, dragons like mountains, right?
True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues.
Oh.
Varucht Unslad. Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated.
Yeah, it was with Dragonrend, right?
Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him.
That's a good point.
The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
Right. A lot to unpack there. I guess, yeah, first, what is an Elder Scroll?
How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwalan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Sulyek.
Did you catch that, Lucian? Are you writing this down? Because, yeah, scrolls that exist but don't in time, but also not. You know what? Some things I'm just never gonna get. Anyway, you also said that they shoved Alduin forward in time? So is this why we're dealing with him right now?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
Oh God, I get bored waiting for lunch to be cooked at a tavern. So, 1,000 years. Good job. But let's get to the point here. How does this help me?
Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll, back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
Hold up. You want me to go back in time many thousands of years to talk to the guy who originally used Dragonrend? You know, earlier when I was like, we're officially in this too deep, Scritch. This is beyond the deep end. We're just at the bottom of the ocean here. This has gone way too far. Where would I even find the Elder Scroll?
Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I.
Oh no. I guess, oh yeah, Espen, Anigir, there are people who would probably know.
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
Okay. Right. Say I even find this thing. What do I do? Just like read it?
Return it here to the Tid Ahran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Ahran will allow you a seeing, a vision of the moment of its creation. Then you will feel, know Dragonrend in the power of its first expression. You will see them, Wuthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir.
Oh, we're just gonna see the whole family, huh? They're just a bunch of dragons. Yep, just a whole lot of dragons talking to. That's great. Like, who are they exactly?
The first mortals that I taught the Thum. The first tongues.
Oh, human
the
friends.
leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin. Sahrot Hyun. The Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater.
What about Talos? Hear his name a lot. So is he gonna show up? Right. How could an Elder Scroll cast Alduin through time is a question I could ask. Not sure I'm gonna understand the answer, but let's go for it.
Vomindok, I do not know. Perhaps in the very doing, they erased the knowing of it from time itself. The Dove are children of Akatosh. Thus, we are specially attuned to the flow of time. Perhaps also uniquely vulnerable. I warned them against such a rash action. Even I could not foresee its consequences. Nust Lihon. They would not listen.
Nous le home. That's a phrase I'm going to use with Lucian. He would not listen. So you were there when this all happened?
Yes. There were a few of us that rebelled against Alduin's Thur, his tyranny. We aided the humans in his overthrow.
Cheers.
But they did not trust us. Ni Ov. Their inner counsels were kept hidden from us. I was far from here on the day of Alduin's downfall, but all Dove felt the sundering of time itself.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna mess with time as little as possible, which is a thing I thought I'd never say. What does the Dragon Wrench Shout actually do? Does it just sort of like paralyze them, or what?
I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly von Mindoran. Incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove.
Oh, it just sort of gave them an existential crisis, huh? Yeah, been there. You're the master of the Greybeards. So, yeah, how does that work?
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
Oh, you just sort of talk to the wall for 100 years. Yeah, can dragons go insane? Well, I guess Alduin's trying to... Yeah, well... so you meditate how?
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol.
Oh. I mean, Fus is the one I've heard the most. Tell me about that.
It is called force in your tongue. But as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum arc mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back.
Oof. Okay, I wish to meditate? Oof, not sure.
Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol?
Yeah, tell me about Faim.
Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the Dove. Everything mortal fades away in time, but the spirit remains. Ponder the meaning of spirit. Unslad Zi. Where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures. That is fine. Let that meaning fill you. Sum arc mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength.
Okay. Good to know. And there was one more.
Which calls to you, Dovahkiin?
Yol.
In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath. Sum arc mora. What will you burn? What will you spare?
Honestly, the ability to breathe fire is something I probably shouldn't have. Like, I'm gonna accidentally burn a village or something in my sleep. Good talking with you, Mr. Dragon Paarthurnax, sir. I'm just gonna go have a little conversation with my fellow comrades and leave you to it while I look for a scroll from outside of time that exists but doesn't exist, so I can go back in time to learn a shout that gives mortality to dragons and saves the world. See ya.
Sum arc mora.
Bip babada boop.
Drem yolok. Greetings.
No, Bye.
Lok thum.
Private meeting. Come everyone. Over here. Hey, Lucian.
Well, that was a plot twist and a half. The leader of the Greybeards is a dragon. Did not see that one coming.
Yeah, the Greybeards really wanted to throw a plot twist on us without any warning. Is there anything else I can ask about that?
Sure.
Well, that's all.
Alright then.
What do you know about the Elder Scrolls?
Not as much as I wish I did. They used to keep them at White Gold Tower, where I studied for a while. They had a library of them there.
Oh, what?
30 years ago, we'd have hopped across the border, marched up to the Imperial City, and borrowed the one we needed. They'd have resisted, of course, but we could always have pinched it when they weren't looking. It's been done before.
Right. Let me guess, it all burnt down or something? Why not?
They haven't got any anymore. A few years before I was born, they all vanished from the archives. Gods only know how and why. But they're like that, the scrolls. They have a will of their own. My father always used to say that. He worked with them for a while.
Oh. But do you know exactly what they are, with like a proper explanation?
That is a very complicated question that I'm nowhere near qualified to answer. They're old and weird. Sometimes they tell you the future, and sometimes they tell you the past. And sometimes they drive you mad.
Huh?
Esbern or Arngeir might have an answer that's more helpful for our purposes. Why don't we ask them?
Yeah, sure. That's pretty much just what Paarthurnax told me.
And away we go.
Away we go, I guess. Scritch, you're right. Cool. Lydia?
I've got your back.
That's your opinion on the matter? Cool.
You lead, I'll follow.
Yeah, that just seems to be your whole life. Alright, well, do I let the intrusive thoughts win? I want to know what's right at the very top. We're this close, so, like, I gotta have a look, right? It's a good place to think about everything that's happening, because it's a lot. Careful. Come on, almost there, almost there. Ooh, this is a bit slippery. Aha! There we go. Oh. A notched pickaxe. Oh, I could do some mining here and some crafting and who actually did mining up here? Why is this? What is this? Raises the wielder's smithing abilities. Does 5 shotgun. Okay. I'm gonna hang on to that. When you find a glowing pickaxe at the top of the world, I think it's something you keep. Although, let's get rid of. I'm getting weighed down quite a bit. Hey, do either of you want a pickaxe? Oh, they did. Alright, you know what? I don't blame them. They were smart and didn't follow me. Now that... I was going to say it's quite a view, but it's too windy and cloudy, so... It's actually a pretty lame view. Coming, guys! And, hey Paarthurnax, don't mind me. Also, what's going on with the wind right there? There's sort of a weird glow. Magic. Hey, Lucian.
Do we, strictly speaking, actually need Lydia with us? I mean, I'm sure Dragon's Reach could use another defender.
At this point, where we're heading, with facing dragons and that, I'll take all the help we can. But yeah, she is a bit of a wet blanket. Here, trade things.
Sure, let's trade.
You can have a pickaxe for all the mining you do. Cool.
On we go.
On we go. Back down. Again. I mean... Yeah, let's talk to the Greybeards first. Give a bit of a report. I'm going to take the path. I'm not going to try shimmy down this. But, I mean, at this point, I guess I have a good amount of answers about my place in all this. And he raised a good point where, like, just because a prophecy says I'm gonna do this doesn't mean I should. But I feel like I should, you know? Save the world and all. I feel like that's something I should do. The world's been a bit mean. The world is pretty lame most of the time, but... Ow. Actually, yeah, the world sucks. But it has its upsides every now and then. Sometimes you find a giant rat in a cage and you save it and it follows you around. Stuff like that. Sometimes you see a goat on the mountain and realise, yeah, life's alright. Am I going insane? What am I talking about?